Welcome in this moment. Welcome, 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 go, 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 come. I'm willing to do a tiny bit more bold beatboxing. I'm scared as I say that. And I want to make space for the fear, the desire. I want to make space for, the fear and the desire. What is it? What is this fear about? It's like the fear of, doing something and that it doesn't look good, and people will think I'm such a stupid person, and I guess that's the fear of being expelled from humanity and losing the connection, the belonging. Yeah, that's what's at stake. And so when I know that, maybe I can try. I have a desire that comes up, which is maybe I can make a second of silence, like I just did, to feel my desire to belong and to have fun. I said I wanted to be a bit bold doing beatboxing, but it seems to be a bit forcing it. I don't want to force it. What I want is to say yes to making experiences. So I can see I'm tempted to force a bit. So I don't want to force, but I want to make space for the experimentation. Okay. Desire, fear, shame, whatever. I'd like to make a moment of silence right now just to savor the quality of this very moment. I felt tired. I felt grateful. I had written a text that it took an hour to download on Facebook. I shared some pictures on it, and for some reasons it was very super long to download. I went through a bit of anxiety that I might lose it. I took a lot of time to write it, and I was really attached to not losing it. So I went into some kind of fear. And now I would like to continue the conversation I was having in French in the video about dreaming and desiring big. I was talking with Marianne, and she said something that I find interesting. I hope you allow me, Marianne, to take it and translate it in English. She said something, I am not anymore, very little, in the mechanism of desire, fear, or projection to a future. And I guess what I wanted to tell you is that it's true for anyone listening. Whatever the level of your whatever the capacity you have to relate to what I'm saying or not. For me, it's completely okay to hear that you're not relating and you don't know what to share about the topic, or whatever is your experience and whatever you want to share about your experience listening to me. I'm interested. And as I said in French earlier, I'm less interested in comments and analyses or advices about what I'm saying. I'm not looking for advices. But if you feel drawn to give advices, maybe you can ask if I'm open to receiving a suggestion. I really love when people knock on my door, ask for consent before, dropping their advice, comments. That's the way I like to function with people, to really creating. Ce que j'essaie de dire, c'est quoi? Okay. Even French went back on. I really love the developing a culture of consent, and really consider that we are sensitive beings, and when I'm doing this work, these videos, I'm stretching at the same time, it feels good. I am in a kind of a vulnerable place, I'm putting up, my gut, my feelings, my mind, and yes, it takes courage, it takes vulnerability, and so I invite respect for this work, and I think I'm receiving a lot of respect for it, and sometimes I had some comments that were difficult to take in, and it took me time to really understand why it was difficult. And it was difficult because in some way that was do I want to explain more of that? No. What I want to say is that the difficult experience we're having in our lives, I think, and mine especially, helps us, and it helps me in particular, to know more clearly what I want. So nothing is wrong. Nothing you can say or do is wrong. It's just, it helps clarifying what's possible, what's desired. And I love the idea of getting clearer and clearer about what we want. I'm wondering if I can give an example. When I came in this area where I live near Lyon, in Isère, I came and I at Corinne's house, and she was my partner at the time, and we wanted to live together, share some daily life. I wanted a bonfire. I wanted a fireplace. That was my dream. For some reasons, I was talking with her on the phone when I was still in Paris, and And I said to her, I just had a vision that I want to live in a place where there is a, you know, a fireplace. And she said, I would like to share some daily life with you. That was her desire. She voiced it, and she added, and I have a fireplace. Would you like to come and to share it? And I was kind of in some way excited and also shocked. I was like, oh my gosh, yes and no, and what wait a second, let's take a moment to feel, to and so I wanted to make space for the complexity of the feelings in that moment, because I wanted to better understand what was at play, what was going on within me. And that's also what I'm doing with this video. I'm making space for where I am right here, right now. And I don't need anyone to tell me anything. I could do it on my own. But I love that I'm not doing it on my own. I love that I can share the process. I love that I can interact with others and they can live the experience and bring their company to me. So we bring each other's company. And we're having an experience, an experiment. And so I'm as it's the 262nd day I'm doing videos every day, and I started in French, and 100 days later I started those videos in English. So it has been for 162 days that I've been doing those videos in English. But my point is that the more we practice something, the more we're getting clear around what works and what works less well, and whether we feel satisfied with what we're aiming to, or whether we feel not so much satisfied. So we adjust our goals, we adjust our directions, we adjust our intentions, and that's part of life. So back to the example I was going with living with Corinne, I took the time to feel, and what I wanted is to make sure if we were going to live together, Corinne and I, that there was going to be enough space for me. You know, I was okay to share life in her house, but I wanted space for me as well. I didn't want it to suffocate. So we talked about that, and long story short, we came to a point of trying. And so I came and I lived, and in the end, I lived 2 years in a house, and what I want to say, I'm talking about the fact that we evolve, and what we want is transforming itself. So at one point, I wanted to live with her, and at another point, we were both in agreement that we wanted her to have her space and me having my space. And so out of that desire and different actions and different, life experiments, I found that the place where I'm living here, I'm on my own. I have now my car. I working, and right now I'm talking about desiring and the sometimes fear, or sometimes blocks, or sometimes hindering of desiring, allowing our desiring, and or even being aware of our desires. So that's what I'm interested in talking here. I want to explore what sometimes stops us from dreaming and having plans for the future. Not sure this is exactly what I want to talk about. I think I'm going to take a moment to stop talking for a few seconds just to feel the quality of right here, right now. Right now I'm struggling to project what is it I want to say and how I want to say it. So in those moments, I really like going back to now and feeling where I am right here, right now. That really helps me rest, and I think it's timing to try to run, and go forward, forward all the time. I think it's really important to rest, to regenerate, and to really have time to just for a second stop making plans. And I'm saying I'm looking for balance and exploring that sometimes we make plans, sometimes we it's not about making plans, it's about really enjoying being here and now. So, time for now. My back hurts. Sorry. Stretching. Feels good. Maybe it's yoga time. Yeah, if you too, for whatever reasons, there's something you want to do to, if you're more comfortable physically, please be my guest. I received this lovely testimony today from Shannon that says, I do support your work. Please notice. Sweet. Thank you, Shannon. What you wrote to me. You are my love and support. Fly high, my French friend. Sweet. Thank you so much. I'm thinking of what I was writing in the text I posted today on Facebook. I'm wondering if I would share this text when I will share it in Facebook, in YouTube. Today is the 27th of January 2022. I wrote about frustration, and I wrote about relationships and dialogue, and I talked about the fact that I decided today more clearly than ever that in the places, in the situation, in the relationship where I have I struggled a bit, or still struggling, I want to start with strong foundation to engage in dialogue by acknowledging one thing I appreciate in the person I'm in a relationship with, or something they did that I really appreciate, or a quality that I see in them that I appreciate. And I realized that it transformed completely my experience of feeling frustrated with different people I was thinking of. So, in terms of desire and fears, I'm wondering if there's something I want to name about that I appreciate about being where I am right here, right now. Yes. I was sharing in a video in French that I joined a program for moms and entrepreneurs, for persons who are both moms and entrepreneurs. And I'm not a mom, I am an entrepreneur. But for some reasons, I got accepted in that program because I really appreciate the energy of the coach. And I realized that I want to be in the presence of people who are serving life, and in many ways. So, and I realized that what I appreciate is the clarity I'm having, that I don't need to be anywhere else than where I am. I don't need to be anyone else than who I am. And in terms of saying yes to myself and going toward my desires, I love the idea that I don't need to force anything, to push anything. There's Emilia asked for the things to bring to be ready for the exercises, and I will do what I will do. I will be ready the way I will be ready, and we'll see what happens. I just want to be me. I just want to say yes to where we are, and insights and desire happens one at a time, and it's progressive. And I'm really appreciating that consciousness of that. Yeah, that is something I appreciate. So I think I'm good for today in terms of this video. Thank you for watching. If you want to be listening buddy, I still have some room in my circle of listening buddies. So you can let me know if you're interested in finding ways to hear each other. And also, if you're interested in supporting my work and giving money, you're welcome to let me know, and I will guide you to where you could act on your desire to contribute. Thank you. I'm very satisfied having taken that time to share with you. I wish you well, and see you tomorrow. Bye for now.